gives me every time.
Hi, I'm Jeff Sudbrook, and this is T3 Talk. We're at T3 Performance in Avon, Ohio. And today my guest is Frontier League All-Star pitcher Jordan Kraus. Jordan, welcome to T3, but I know T3 Performance is not a strange place to you. You've been here working out for quite a while now.
Yeah, I started coming here last year in the fall when I got back from the season. And even before that, I was here with the Crushers a little bit, working out. We had that partnership with them, so I was here a couple times with them working out. So I've been here for probably 2 years now.
All right, Jordan, right now we know you're pitching in the Frontier League, minor league baseball, for the Florence Freedom in Florence, Kentucky. We're going to get to that. Let's start with Jordan Kraus, local boy, played high school baseball at Lakewood.
Yeah, I graduated in 09 from Lakewood and then ended up at Roswell Jesuit University. Coming out of high school, I was kind of one of those borderline guys, so I had the option of going to some of the bigger schools and kind of walking on and maybe not ever playing, or kind of taking the small school route and playing right away. And I was eager to play, and I thought I could play right away, so I ended up just taking the small school route, and I'm glad I did.
I'm going to assume at Lakewood High School you were probably at least a 2, maybe a 3-year varsity letterman?
Yeah, I started playing varsity my sophomore year.
And I'm going to assume a middle infielder and a pitcher?
Shortstop and pitcher, yeah.
That seems to be the theme I'm finding out with these Major League Baseball players or minor league baseball players. Most of them start off as a middle infielder and do some pitching.
Yeah, a lot of times the guys that end up continuing their career, always up the middle somewhere, whether that's catching, second base, shortstop, center field. Up the middle is kind of where they hide the athletes at a young age, and as you get older, they kind of spread them out throughout the different positions. All
right, so now you graduated from Lakewood High School. Next step is college baseball, as you said, and you ended up at Wheeling Jesuit University. What were you looking for in a college, and what kind of contact had they had with you?
It was actually very late. I wasn't sure where I was going to end up as far as college, and it was actually the summer going into college is when I finally heard of Wheeling Jesuit. I had never even heard of them. They contacted me, they watched me play, and like I said, I was kind of a borderline guy. I wanted to go to a bigger school, but I ended up going to the small school route, and I'm glad I did, because if I hadn't gone right away and played, I might not be still playing today, so it worked out well for me.
What positions did you play in college?
Shortstop and pitcher. Yeah,
okay.
Right away I was able to play both, so that's kind of why I chose that school. Just I wanted to play right away, and it was a good fit for me.
Did you start right away?
Yeah.
As a freshman?
Yeah.
Wow, that's great at any college.
Yeah.
You can walk in as a freshman and play. So you're playing shortstop and pitching at the college level?
Yes.
That's impressive right there. So now you've completed 4 years, I assume, at Wheeling. What's next for Jordan Kraus after that?
Well, my name was mixed in with the draft, but I knew coming from the school I was coming from that it probably wasn't going to happen. So as soon as I finished up college, I went to some of the tryouts that the Frontier League holds, and I was fortunate enough to be signed my first year, but I didn't make it out of spring training. I was released. So I went back to school, and I was a graduate assistant. I was coaching there for 2 years, and I was just going to tryouts and stuff, and then finally got signed again, and was fortunate enough to stay on the team that time. I was with the Frontier Grays for that first season, so that's where my career started. Okay, so was it a pitcher or a shortstop? Pitcher, yeah.
Strictly as a pitcher now.
Yeah.
So now you've given up the days of getting to hit, right?
Unfortunately, yeah.
So now you're on the mound, you're pitching for the Frontier Grays, and you had a stint here with the Erie Crushers for a while.
Yeah, so after my first season with the Grays, the team actually folded because the league that we had set up was a 14-team league. One of the teams actually went bankrupt, so they created the Grays just to kind of balance out the schedule. And so after they were done, they folded that. I was a free agent, and I chose to come here and play in Lake Erie because it was close to home.
Nice. Now, I know, it's close to home. It was good playing here for the Lake Erie Crushers, and I know we've talked about this off the air in the past before or whatever, but it actually worked out pretty well for you that you got to move on to Florence.
Yeah, it ended up being a better fit for me, I think. I think I was a little too comfortable in being close to home, getting out to Florence. I was able to look at it more as a job and a career and not being more relaxed here at home, so I was glad I got the change.
And for those of you who don't know, Florence is basically just across the river from Cincinnati.
Yeah, so it's the second closest place in the league, so family can still come watch and everything, so it was a good fit for me.
And I was following you last year. I actually got to see you when you came here to visit the Crushers. I didn't get to see you pitch that game, unfortunately, but you had a great season, and you were named to the All-Star team in the Frontier League.
Yeah, it was my first time being an All-Star. It was very cool. It was a very fun experience, and I was glad to be part of that.
So what's next for Jordan now? So camp opens up, mid-April?
A last week of April, so I got a couple more months here at T3 training and just trying to get ready for that season and hopefully have another long and healthy season.
So I know we've talked about at the beginning of the show you're working out here at T3, and one of the things I'd like to tease Jordan a little bit about is that he is actually trying to gain weight. Yes, a baseball player trying to gain weight, but tell us what kind of program you're on and why you're trying to do that.
Well, first, extra mass as a pitcher goes a long way. The extra mass is directly correlated to fastball velocity, and more importantly than that, just keeps you healthy, honestly, just having that extra weight. I've logged a lot of innings the last couple of years, so an extra 10 or 15 pounds would go a long way to keep my arm healthy for those extra innings. And as far as the program, it's just working out really hard in the gym, and then just the amount of calories you actually have to eat to gain weight is surprising to a lot of people. I'm fortunate enough to be surrounded by guys that are a little smarter than me in that aspect. We got Josh here and Ryan Richmond, who have a lot of experience and nutritional background, so I pick their brains and they help me out a lot, so it's a good fit to be around them.
I tease you a lot about that, but yeah, that's why I wanted you to talk about it, because I know you're doing it for a reason.
Yeah, no.
And I see you're really sticking to it. I mean, it's easy for me to gain weight, it's just beers, wings, and some donuts, but that's not what you're eating.
Yeah, that's not the weight you want to put on for you want to be athletic still. So it's just a lot of good, healthy food, but you just have to eat a lot of calories, and it's just it's surprising to people. They think they're trying to gain weight and they think they're doing it, but if you actually write it down and figure out how many calories you need in a day, it's a lot.
Yeah. Well, Jordan, we wish you all the best of luck this year as you head off to the Florence Freedom and the Frontier League again this year. And for those of you who may not know, Jordan is also a pitching coach here at T3 Performance, giving instruction to some of the younger pitchers that come through at T3, and actually pitchers of all ages. And you still got some hitting and fielding in you, and I see you out here working with some of the players every now and then with hitting as well.
Yeah, I'm still trying to live that dream a little bit. I still wish I could do it, but it's fun for me.
Our guest has been Jordan Krause, all-star pitcher in the Frontier League. This has been T3 Talk here at T3 Performance in Avon, Ohio. Thanks for watching.